Hey everybody, CannonMan from Rage Quitter. As you've noticed, or may have noticed, there's not a lot going on the website right now. Why? Because we're in the midst of the summer drought, when absolutely fuck all comes out in the world of video games. It's hit me, as I'm sure it's hit most of you, so what I've decided to do here, after my retro review of, well, I guess it's not retro because it's not that old, of Valkyria Chronicles, I decided to do my first Rage Quitter Omniderp video, where I'm going to discuss what I have been playing during the points of this drought. Most of these are old, but I wanted to give some quick thoughts about it. First on my list, Atelier Meruru. I wasn't going to do a write-up for this one because I've already written up on 2 Atelier games. This is the 3rd installment of the PS3 series of it. It follows it along chronologically. A lot of the same characters are there. Plays almost exactly like the other ones do. This one has a little bit better of a combat focus. The battles are much more interesting and fun to play. It's basically still the same kind of item creation with the same addictive quality as I've discussed before. What I will comment on is this game, for having probably the most girly cast of characters I've ever seen in a video game, some of the soundtrack is just fucking awesome. It's like really good. Like if you could find a torrent or find a download or the actual CD, I mean, like a lot of the music's kind of girly and goofy, but then all of a sudden you'll go into a boss fight and it'll be like the Guilty Gear soundtrack, just freaking metal just blasting through. It just makes fights awesome. I really ended up enjoying it as much as I did the other ones. I don't know how I became such a fan of this series, but I guess I am now. So that, you know, I liked that one a lot. When I had done my Assassin's Creed review, I had mentioned that it was not like Hitman, or rather the stealth seemed optional. So I picked up Hitman Blood Money to give that one a shot. First Hitman game I think I've actually ever tried to play through, and I suck at this game. Oh my god, it's not even funny. It definitely shows its age. It's obviously not a newer game, and they have a new Hitman on the works now that Square Enix has bought Eidos. What I liked about this game is you really actually have to take time to find your mark and hit it around. You can't just run in guns blazing or you're going to die in like the first 10 seconds, which I've done a lot. Specifically with the level with the psych hospital, I literally had to figure out every single person's path of walking around just to... It took me days to figure out that mission. And this is like on the normal setting. So, I'm not done with it yet, because the next mission I'm on is just even harder, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to go about it, because every way about it to, like, steal a costume or whatever is just caught. So I can't really blend in with the surroundings. I gotta go back to it. I've put it down for now, but I enjoy it, and it makes me want to consider picking up the new one. So, that's definitely good on the stealth game horizon. Don't think I have much else to add on that one. No soundtrack in the game. That's weird. The controls are very sticky and goofy. I mean, it definitely shows that it's an early game in the Xbox 360's life cycle, just because it could be cleaned up a lot. Maybe that's just Eidos, and Eidos makes shit sometimes. I don't know. Next game on the list, Dragon's Dogma. I hate this game! Ugh. I won't talk about that one too much, because I don't want to step on Brett's review. I will say that you need to be to like level 30 before you can actually start doing something, but it does get more satisfying once you can actually kill a Manticore or something that's been harassing you the whole time. He pretty much covered everything in his review pretty good. I will say that I think the combat is looser than Dark Souls or something like that, so while I'm getting my ass kicked repeatedly, I don't feel like I can learn a pattern on how to better defend myself, whereas in Dark Souls, every enemy has a pattern, and even if you're at the lowest level, you can learn how to fight things. So that's where I am with that one. I also picked up the Silent Hill HD collection, because I had written that huge article for #nerd.com, and if you haven't read it, you fucking should, where I basically jerked off about Silent Hill 2. I wasn't going to buy this because it's a Blu-ray disc. They should have been able to fit 1 through 4 on here, and they only put 2 and 3. However, 2 is really the main reason to get it, and 3's always kind of hit a soft spot with me. It was hit with horrible frame rate issues when I first picked it up, like going into super slow-mo, just walking along the world map, and that was just because they basically released a beta version of the game. they've since got it fixed now, so feel free to go pick it up. My problem, the one reason I sort of picked it up is I heard that 2 and 3 had different voice actors and actresses for the major roles, which, especially in the case of 2, I was not cool about that, but part of me was curious to hear it with the new voices. In Silent Hill 2, the new voices aren't bad. Eddie's was not great. Every other character seems to do pretty good with it. The one person I didn't like, and I feel bad for saying this because I love her so much, but the voice of Mary and Maria is done by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who does all of the notable female vocalist songs you hear in the Silent Hill soundtracks. And, you know, I love her stuff, and, you know, she does a good job with her character in Silent Hill Shattered Memories, so I was willing to give her a shot, but, like, all of the Maria forced, ooh, look at me sexy opening the door, it's just, it comes off forced and bad, and then, like, the whole anyway scene when she flips out at James, it just comes off hokey and stupid. It just came off, and I'm like, this sucks. But ironically, I loved all of the parts she did as the Mary character. Is like she needed to convey an emotion and be scared and upset, and she did a really good job with that. So I don't know how she could suck and be good at the same time. Silent Hill 3, I can't really comment on it for the most part. I mean, I liked Heather's original voice better, but her new voice wasn't awful. The only big problem with it is when you are swinging a weapon or she's getting hit, it's this very high-pitched and it gets really annoying really fast. Douglas's voice doesn't feel like it matches up, and the new cast really doesn't feel like they know how to deliver the lines right. I don't know, I just thought 3 was the original voices were much better in both games, but if you've never played either of them, I definitely recommend picking them up, because I fell right back in love with the games all over again. I ripped through Silent Hill 2 2 or 3 times, pretty much right out the gate. It's just the best game ever. I mean, I'm not going to redo my whole Rebuilding Silent Hill article, which you should go read again here, because I already wrote it, but, I mean, I don't think I'll ever see another game as good as 2. It's just that people start to get closer to it, and then they fuck it all up. Anyways, last couple of things. I have been playing more of those goddamn Kairosoft Simulations. I'm not going to do another write-up for 2 reasons. 1, they don't change all that much between each other, and 2, I'm on an Android now, and if for whatever reason it doesn't have the ability to take screenshots of your phone, which I feel is a kind of a shortcoming, and I will give an iPhone a nod over that. The main ones that I have played on my Android so far are Epic Astro Story. Oh, sorry. Mexican fajita dinner. Epic Astro Story, which is basically kind of their big Star Wars or Star Trek ripoff. You basically colonize a plot, and as you explore it further, you start saving people and aliens, and then you can build rockets to go to other planets and try to bring more people to your planet, and the objective is to just expand as best you can. Dungeon Village, you build a town, but when you build a town, they bring adventurers in, the adventurers go out to fight monsters, and there's quests to do to further, build your town up. That one I really liked a lot. That was probably one of the best ones since Game Dev Story. So that's probably my number 2, if not number 1. And currently I am playing Kairobotica, which is kind of the same thing as Epic Astro. You basically have a space colony where your little Cairo robots live, and you need to build a town, and basically you go to police, the rest of the planets. And what I liked about this one is this is the one that's closest to an actual RPG outside of the simulations. That sounds that you're hearing right here is one of the battle sequences here. These are all my little Kairobots, and as you can see, god damn it, and I'm hitting the volume, so let's wait for that to go. And then basically it actually operates like, a regular RPG does. Epic Astro Story was kind of similar to this too, and there's a lot of strategy in that one, whereas Dungeon Village, they do all the fighting for you. But I've been playing this one a lot today and yesterday, so for $5 I would say it's pretty worth it. I'm pretty excited about it. I love all of these Kairosoft games. get $5 out of every one that I pay for. There's like 4 or 5 other ones on the Android market that I need to pick up that weren't available on my iPhone. Lastly, I wasn't going to do a write-up about this. I really didn't even want to talk about it, but I will give a Skyrim follow-up because that was probably my first biggest hit on this site because people thought I was just trolling because I thought the game sucked. And I do think the game sucks. But to give it the benefit of a doubt, I had tried it again on the PC just to see if PC played it differently. And my opinions have not changed. I feel the dungeons are too long, too samey, there's only like 5 fucking voice actors, it's easy to get lost, it's easy to get distracted. I just don't register myself having fun playing the game. However, having played it now, and I've played it enough to beat the game and have another character going, just to say, so I'm not saying, oh, I only gave it 10 hours and here's my shitty review of it. It's an excellent time sink. There will be points in the day where it's like, I'm bored, I might as well fire up Skyrim, and I'll catch myself playing it, and then I'll turn around to check the time, and like 4 or 5 hours have passed. And all of the actual, like, Thief Quest stuff, I really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with that. I don't really see any reason to use anything but the bow and sneak, because you could pretty much kill everything in a hit. It's... I don't know. Me and Western RPGs just have never had a great relationship. That being said, I could be a little more kind to it now. It's just never going to be my cup of tea. So whenever the new Fallout, or I'm not picking up the Dawnguard expansion, I just don't, it's not my thing. So that's pretty much what's up to date with me right now. I haven't had much else to play other than that. Oh, the Humble Bundle stuff. Pretty much, I mean, I'm sure you all know about it. I paid for that bundle and I got Braid, which is awesome, Super Meat Boy, Lone Survivor, Bastion, which is, I need to get to playing that next, I believe. So I'm playing those right now sporadically when I have the time. What's on the horizon, I have ordered a copy of Persona 4 Arena because it looks like the next Guilty Gear, so expect a write-up on that one in the near future. I finally got around to beating Batman Arkham City because I watched the movie, which was okay. It wasn't as good as 2 or the first one, I thought, of the 3, but that's a whole nother nerdier argument for later. I think all I have on the horizon is Resident Evil 6, which, by the way, the pre-order bonus that's going to give me 1 through 6, that's fucking awesome. And Dead Space next year. If you haven't looked up at the Ouya yet, go look at that. It's that Kickstarter program. It's going to be the $100 Android console. And even if it flops, just the idea of a completely open source console that indie developers can just pump stuff out to, it just seems amazing. So I'll be pre-ordering that as soon as I get a little more scratch on that. It just seems like a brilliant idea, and it can really shake up the industry, so I'm a big proponent of that. Other than that, I think that's all I've got. So keep checking the website. Go read my review on my Silent Hill write-up on #nerd.com. And feel free to leave comments or suggestions, because right now I don't have much else to play. So thank you for watching.